If anyone thought Meghan Markle's big return to Hollywood was finally gaining real momentum, get ready because the shade this time was not gentle at all. It was not soft, it was not quiet, and it definitely was not whispered behind fancy champagne glasses. This moment of shade came straight from Adele, the British queen of powerful vocals and clear energy, and she delivered it with such smooth confidence that people at Kris Jenner's birthday party said they could feel the temperature drop around them. Picture this scene: a $165 million Beverly Hills mansion shining like a massive diamond, celebrities pouring in like it is the biggest award night, and then Meghan Markle arrives looking like she is ready to play the lead in the next James Bond movie. She is smiling, she is glowing, and she truly believes this will be the night Hollywood finally says, "Welcome, darling, we have been waiting for you." But Hollywood clearly had different ideas, because across that glowing room, Adele was relaxing with major A-list stars, enjoying her drink, living her best life, and people say she would not even look in Meghan's direction. Not a smile, not a wave, and not even that stiff little head nod you give someone you do not care for but still have to deal with in public. And the surprising part is that this is not the first time. That is right, Adele has reportedly turned away from Meghan before, but this moment happened right in front of some of the most powerful people in Hollywood, and the whispering started almost immediately. But that was only the start of the chaos. Because when Meghan and Harry walked into Kris Jenner's party, they did not just enter a simple celebration. They stepped right into a social minefield packed with cold stares, quiet motives, and more awkward energy than a school lunchroom argument unfolding in real time. And this is where everything truly begins. The second Meghan and Harry stepped out of the car, their moods were so different that it almost looked planned. Meghan arrived glowing like she had just won a huge prize. Her hair was perfect, her dress held every curve, and her smile was wider than the entire Beverly Hills zip code itself. She looked like she finally received her golden ticket, the kind of invite that promised she was officially part of the inner circle. At Kris Jenner's extremely exclusive 70th birthday celebration held inside Jeff Bezos's $165 million mansion. For Meghan, this moment felt like proof that she had arrived. For Harry, it felt more like a situation he had been pulled into without warning. Harry stepped out of the car looking like he would rather battle a giant creature than deal with the paparazzi waiting outside. His face showed nothing but misery, and his posture was tight with stress. His hand was gripping Meghan like she was leading him into a haunted house, and the moment they walked through those massive gates, the energy in the room changed in an instant. People stopped what they were doing, conversations dropped in volume, and heads turned. Not in a warm look, royalty is here way, but more in an unexpected, they actually showed up way. Because let us be honest, this was not some simple backyard birthday gathering. This was the social Olympics, where every guest showed up because they were powerful, wealthy, iconic, or simply useful in the right circles. And Meghan truly believed she was part of that group. But the atmosphere was cold, absolutely freezing. Now picture the two queens of the night, Mariah Carey and Martha Stewart. These women do not even need to attempt shade. Their presence alone creates shade, their eyelash flutter delivers shade, and their quiet moments speak louder than 10 full tabloids. And both of them have a history with Meghan, especially when it comes to Mariah Carey. Just a few weeks before the party, Mariah was asked if she had met any royals. Did she bring up Meghan? Nope, not at all. Mariah skipped right past Meghan and mentioned Fergie, a woman who has not been an active royal in years. Mariah acknowledged Fergie. Mariah ignored Meghan. So when you place these two women in the same room, the tension becomes electric, the kind that makes your whole body react. And Mariah did not pretend for a second. There was no smile, no wave, and no friendly, "Oh, hey girl" moment. Mariah moved through the room like Meghan was not even there. Now, Martha is different. Martha does not engage in loud drama. She gives smooth, elegant, expensive grown woman shade. The kind that sounds polite until you think about it later and realize what she truly meant. Her comment was, "I hope Meghan knows what she is doing." And in Martha language, that clearly means she does not believe Meghan knows what she is doing at all. Martha created a real empire through skills, discipline, and rebuilding her life after prison. Meghan created interviews, so while Martha spent her time talking with Snoop Dogg, billionaires, and major CEOs, Meghan moved around the room searching for someone to talk to, someone who would not instantly turn away, someone who did not already feel tense around her, someone who might offer even a tiny bit of validation. And she convinced herself that this person might be Adele. Oh, sweet summer child, this is where everything gets interesting. Adele, yes, the Adele, the legend, the powerhouse, the woman whose voice can break hearts and reach high notes at the exact same time. And here's what makes Adele's appearance even more surprising. Adele almost never goes out. She does not deal with paparazzi. She does not take part in Hollywood fluff. She does not show up to flashy billionaire parties unless she truly respects the person hosting them. So, the simple fact that Adele appeared at Kris Jenner's 70th birthday celebration shows just how influential Kris truly is, but it also created the perfect storm for Meghan Markle. Because the last time Meghan tried to get Adele's attention, she reportedly sent her a luxury ARO gift basket loaded with expensive lemons and jars of jam. And Adele's response was returned to sender with no note, no smiley face, and not even a polite thanks, but no thanks, just a clear no. So Meghan walked into this event fully aware of the history, fully aware of the tension, fully aware that this woman once sent her gift spinning back like a rejected Amazon package. Even with that, Meghan spotted Adele across the room and decided that tonight might be her chance to make things right. Harry, who actually has a friendly past with Adele, was likely thinking this could finally be someone he would not feel uncomfortable talking to. The couple began walking toward her, and witnesses inside the party swear the temperature dropped fast. As Meghan and Harry moved closer, Adele suddenly became very focused on a lively conversation with someone else. Her shoulders shifted away, and her eyes never drifted toward them, not even for a tiny accidental glance. Meghan slowed her steps, waiting for any bit of eye contact. Harry paused, clearly hoping Adele would notice him. But Adele did not even pretend to see them, because she does not deal with messy drama, but she absolutely does maintain strong personal boundaries. And on this night, Meghan Markle was clearly on the other side of those boundaries. Now, this is where the story changes tone, because while Harry wandered around that Hollywood mansion looking like he needed a charger for his soul, something major was happening in London. A rising star was stepping forward, Prince George. This year's Remembrance Sunday was a huge moment for Prince George. He was no longer just a young boy standing quietly beside his parents. He was taking part, paying attention, learning, and slowly stepping into the future role waiting for him. He looked calm, respectful, and focused, like a child gradually growing into the future king he is expected to become. Meanwhile, Harry was standing inside a party filled with disco lights and billionaires sipping martinis. The symbolism was sharp and almost painful. Prince George is being shaped for duty, responsibility, and real leadership. Harry is being photographed beside Kris Jenner's indoor fountain, looking like he is questioning every major decision he has ever made. The royal family is moving forward with new generations rising to the moment. Harry is moving sideways into Los Angeles events, brand partnerships, and celebrity groups that do not seem eager to welcome him. And whether Meghan understands it or not, this contrast is turning into a story everyone keeps noticing. One prince stepping upward, one prince slowly fading from the spotlight. It is not hate and it is not judgment. It is simply the reality created by the choices being made. After a night filled with tight half smiles and sharp moments of silence, the photos from the event went viral, and the internet did exactly what it always does. It examined every single detail. Harry's face showed pure misery. Meghan's face looked like she was ready to host the Oscars. Their body language seemed completely out of sync, and this is where the whispers began. Why does Harry look so sad? Why does Meghan look so excited? Are they even moving in the same direction anymore? Is this marriage holding steady? People were not trying to be unkind. The photos were simply that clear. Harry looked weighed down. Meghan looked driven. He seemed like he wanted to leave as soon as possible. She looked like she wanted to stay until the sun came up. And insiders added even more energy to the conversation. They claimed that night revealed growing tension behind the scenes, different goals, a widening space between what Harry wants and what Meghan wants, and serious questions about the future they are walking toward. This was not just a rough night. It was a public unraveling, a quiet crack in their polished image, and everyone saw it happen. By the time midnight arrived, the party was still alive, but the Sussex storyline was falling apart. Because here is the truth. Hollywood pays attention to everything. Every entrance, every exit, every smile, and every cold moment is noticed. And what people witnessed that night said more than any interview could. Their Netflix projects are underperforming. Spotify cut ties with them completely. Meghan's lifestyle brand has been delayed again. Harry's memoir backlash is still hanging in the air. Their popularity is slipping on both sides of the Atlantic. Celebrities are quietly putting distance between themselves and the couple. There are no major productions coming their way, no major roles, no big wins. The constant drama keeps blocking out the work they are trying to do. Hollywood does not dislike the Sussexes. Hollywood is simply losing interest. And Hollywood has a simple rule. When the drama stops bringing in money, the invitations start fading. That night showed the industry exactly where the couple stands. Not as power players, not as cultural leaders, not as Hollywood royalty, but as observers trying to blend into a circle that stopped wanting them a long time ago. And Adele's snub became the final moment, the clear message on top of everything. It silently said, "You are no longer part of this story, and you cannot push your way into ours."